Hello everyone, today will be more of a narrative focused video as I will be taking a deep dive at what I believe to be the greatest anime fight and Naruto fight because of what it represents both emotionally, narratively, and partnered with how cool it looks as well. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, enjoy. Let's go back to the first final battle of Naruto versus Sasuke, the final battle within Naruto Part 1. This final battle has a high emotional impact on the viewers because it represents the culmination of the deep friendship and rivalry between Naruto and Sasuke, who were once teammates and close friends, but now are doing battle to the death. This fight is a manifestation of their conflicting ideologies and desires, making it a highly charged moment for viewers. This partnered with the fluid animation, especially for its time, as well as showcasing the powers we've seen them either be gifted with by an outside source or trained for, clashing whilst evolving these same abilities such as the Sharingan. It makes us feel the impact and emotions within the fight. We begin to see the issues these kids are facing, and they seem real with them pushing themselves to the very limits, fighting for friendship and power or even a personal goals. But this is just the beginning. This isn't even the best fight within the series. This one pales in comparison to the true send-off and climax of their character arc. The best fight is the second and true final battle, Naruto vs Sasuke at the end of Shippuden. This final battle between Naruto and Sasuke is widely regarded as one of the best moments in the entire Naruto franchise. This battle was intense, emotional, and had a satisfying conclusion that tied up their story arcs respectively. Throughout the series, Naruto and Sasuke has had a complicated relationship that evolved over time. They started as rivals, then became friends, and eventually became enemies. Their final battle was the culmination of their journey and resolve through conflicting ideologies. The animation and music within the final battle were also top-notch and added to the epicness of the moment. The fight scenes were well choreographed and highlighted the unique abilities of both characters. Overall, the Naruto vs Sasuke fight was the perfect conclusion to their story arc and left a lasting impression on the fans of the series. Everything, and I mean everything great about the previous final battle is amplified by 100 times, showing just how meaningful and emotional this fight truly is. Throughout the fight, all of the powers they gained are on display while being amped up by the emotions and personal growth they've shown throughout the entire series. This is further put forth and shown to us via how within the fight they are constantly switching between the various ages and looks that they've had throughout battling each other, while also employing techniques that they've used before with a new and more powerful twist. This battle also doesn't just use what they have done, it goes through many characters that parallel them techniques and choreography, such as the use of the generational symbolism that Kakashi vs Obito used, swapping between the battles and ages mid-fight. Another technique that's used within this battle is bonds and flashback, further pulling on the emotional aspect of this climactic battle. This is basically a mashup of everything Naruto and Naruto fights represent, mashed into one epic conclusion. This is what build-up paying off looks like. This is what caring about a story and its main character should be. This battle cannot and will not ever be replicated. Kakashi vs Obito, Madara vs Hashirama, and even Itachi vs Sasuke all helped aid and build up until the final battle between Naruto and Sasuke. If we look at a common theme between all of these fights, it is bonds. Bonds being a focus for these kind of fuels the narrative of every fight in Naruto because it tells you why they're fighting while also giving you a clear idea of what the goal of it is. In the final battle of Naruto and Sasuke, the goals have always been clear for both sides. Sasuke wants to sever all bonds and relationships so he can walk the path of darkness and shoulder all of the hatred. This is why he uses more offensive techniques, while Naruto wants to solve the issues of the friendship and bring Sasuke back, showing him that bonds is the way to go to save everyone, and showing him that he doesn't have to shoulder all of the hatred alone, because he may not have family, but he has people that love him that can be his new family, something Itachi wanted Naruto to do, which is why Naruto is more defensive. This is further solidified with how Sasuke Susanoo is made from him selfishly using all of the tailed beasts against their own will, but Naruto's three-headed Kurama is made from his bond and shared nature energy on the entire planet. Even the final clash between them two, having Naruto gain help from everyone alive and dead, mother and father, while Sasuke only having his deceased brother. Otherwise, he's all alone. Sasuke even further stealing some of Naruto's chakra, ending the battle in the destroyed valley within the old reincarnation and generation's hand forming the unison symbol, something that symbolizes friendship and bond since their childhood. Both of the final battles of Naruto and Sasuke were so generational that it has even been mirrored within Boruto to show bonds and evolution of techniques, even visually showing the parallels, such as in Baryon mode versus Ishiki. In this battle, when Naruto used this old part 1 combo that he did on Sasuke on Ishiki to show that he's still the same good kid, just battling a different foe. Even within the Kawaki versus Boruto battle, when none of the characters should know what happened because they weren't there, the animators paid homage to the final battle scuffle, making Kawaki force Boruto into hand signs and use fire style, just as Sasuke once did against Naruto, which at first glance again does not make sense, but with a deeper look it shows the parallels of this final brotherly battle, showing just how much Boruto Naruto and Kawaki's relationship truly meant, putting them within the same category as Naruto and Sasuke. What truly did make this fight perfect for me was when all the statements and meanings behind the conclusion. It has always been stated and put in Naruto's head that how could he do all of this and even try to become Hokage if he can't even save his one friend. The stakes of this fight in Naruto is the very reason for training and becoming a ninja, and it's his very reason for living and being good. It is his proof that he can beat all odds and become Hokage. He shatters all the doubt and then some by saving the planet, not just his friend, and also stopping the greatest and most destructive war in shinobi history, with only his closest allies and mentor to bear witness to this greatness. Naruto broke the cycle of infinite reincarnated hatred and the destiny, both metaphorically and literally. This battle was truly multiple battles within one, and Sasuke accepting defeat with the tears in his eyes and them both losing the hands that carried the seals of the Sage of Six Paths or holding destiny, thus concluding both characters flawlessly. Many people disliked how they thought this fight came out of nowhere with Sasuke returning, and it was supposed to mean that he was good now, knowing Itachi was a hero and he didn't have to be evil anymore. But to those people, I would like to show you that ever since his return, we have seen glimpses of his true goal and plan. Firstly, starting in the war when he tried to burn down the Ten Tails against the people saying to stop or wait, even when they purposefully kept his side of the conversation with the Sage of Six Paths a secret, and only showed Naruto's kind of giving us an idea that it was a secret and something was being hidden. When Kaguya emerges, we see how Sasuke has a non-caring attitude towards Sakura and Kakashi, even going as far as to not care that they would die, saying only him and Naruto needs to survive. We see this more when he declares his hatred for the five Kage and what they did for Itachi, saying that before he gets rid of the infinite Tsukuyomi, he must kill them, showing his true colors and reasons behind them hiding his conversation with the Sage of Six Paths. The Sage of Six Paths himself could not stop this destined final battle, with him even trying to give both brothers Naruto and Sasuke equal power up to silence all bias and anger that Indra and Ashura felt when he gave them both their abilities, or gave the abilities to only Ashura, I should say. But that did not work either. The cycle had to continue. This fight is the greatest send-off to a character duo that has ever been or will ever be done. While I do enjoy Boruto a lot, I cannot help but think, is it truly possible for them to get past this? Can they replicate or even surpass this type of deep, symbolic, and climactic battle? I would sadly have to say no, and that's not to say that Boruto cannot ever be as good as Naruto, or that it isn't good right now, because if you watch my channel, you would know that I think Boruto is a very well written and put together series. But this just speaks volumes to the perfection that Kishimoto constructed with this fight. True greatness embodied, and once in a lifetime event. The phrase "you had to be there" is represented perfectly with this fight, because when it was released, it did break the internet, and rightfully so. One mistake I think people make when looking at this fight, which I myself used to be guilty of, and I cannot blame you, is trying to power scale Naruto and Sasuke and how they actually fare against each other. Whether you think Naruto wasn't trying to kill or Sasuke was clearly the stronger one, it doesn't matter. This fight is one that should be looked at on a deeper level than that. You should leave this fight saying, oh, the theme of bonds came full circle, with Naruto showing Sasuke that through all of his bonds and with everyone, even Sasuke, he became victorious. Or you should take away that Sasuke's flawed worldview made him too selfish and not accepting of help, which ultimately was his downfall. We should also see how Kurama, a literal personified bond that grants Naruto power, added him with the last amounts of his chakra and basically forced himself into a deep sleep after giving Naruto the last amount of his chakra, showing his progression as well. I know many people will bring up other fights such as Goku versus Vegeta or Ichigo versus Aizen and say that, oh, these fights are much better than Naruto versus Sasuke, or that I am just thinking too deep on this topic. To that I would just say that for fights such as Goku versus Vegeta, I don't like it as much as this one because it doesn't have the same feeling of a true send-off or climax. The entire point of it and relationship of the characters are not that deep. While they do share the similarity of being rivals, Naruto and Sasuke are much more than just rivals. They are best friends, brothers that are bonded by destiny and the soul. This is a deep connection and makes it far surpass anything I have ever witnessed within an anime fight. Ichigo versus Aizen should not even be mentioned within this conversation, as it's not only the worst one narratively, the narrative of Bleach is questionable to say the least, and in fact shouldn't be compared to the much heavier ones both aesthetically and narrative. It just can't hang with the big boys. Not to say that you can't like Bleach, because you're well within your own right to. I just don't. Don't take this video as bashing you for liking a fight better. I just wanted to analyze and go over what made this fight great, and if you disagree, feel free to tell me what you think the greatest fight is and why. Topics like this are always very subjective, as they really only cater to personal preferences and what you yourself enjoy. So there really isn't any wrong answers, just what you like at the end of the day. Some people may like the first part 1 fight better because it's way more grounded and not as flashy or high scale as the part 2 fight. Some people may enjoy Kakashi versus Obito, as it's really pleasing to look at. Some people, like the Sakura fans, may like her versus Sasori and think it's the greatest piece of fiction to ever grace this planet. I'm not even mad at you, cause hey, if something cool happens that includes my favorite character, you bet I'll be on it, defending it and hyping it up every step of the way. Regardless of what I think, the bias would probably just take over. But I wanted to take a more objective-esque look at this fight, just to talk about the symbolism, what they represent, why these characters are coming full circle, and why this climax is good. I see the ending of Naruto get a lot of hate for reasons that I think are very unjustified. People call it plot, people say it shouldn't have happened, people say this was the worst send-off ever. I disagree with that, and hopefully with this video I can silence some doubters, and I can also change a few people's minds. But if I don't, and you still hate this fight, think it's a bad send-off, again, tell me why in the comments. I'll try to persuade you even more in the comments if this video haven't done so thus far. I'm not gonna really argue that hard and try to convince you of otherwise, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's very subjective. But with that being said, this fight, even ignoring all of the deep symbolism and narrative, just looks really cool. It starts off very grounded with the hand-to-hand combat going back and forth to the roots of Naruto in part 1, and later on shows the growth and scale, and it also increases to match the current power levels. With all that being said though, I truly believe this is the perfect fight and conclusion to Naruto. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Goodbye.